We better hush now.
Yeah, we have trailed on talking about something else here. But I was just trying to give him
Yeah. Oh, that's
opportunity.
good. I'm just
Right.
we got it.
You still adjusting, so.
We're good now.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Good morning. It is Saturday, October the 9th, 2021. And it feels so good here with our interviewee. I am Dr. Janice K. Neal Vincent, oral historian of Scott Ford House Incorporated and W.K. Kellogg team. Ready at this time to interview Mr.
Calvin Harris.
regarding his knowledge of a Mississippi granny midwife here in Port Gibson, Mississippi, Loess Hills region. I want to ask you a series of questions, and I would love for you to just relax and share what you know about
Okay.
the Mississippi granny midwife you are
Okay.
going to talk about.
Go ahead.
First of all, what was the time period when you knew of a granny midwife who worked with you and or your relatives? And specifically, with whom did she work?
I knew her, I have known her all of my life, and the time period would extend from 19, I would say 1964, that's my earliest recollection of her, until her death in 84.
1984,
1984.
when she died.
I'm a grandson, and so I used to visit her quite often and was in her presence throughout her life. So I became aware of her just by her being my grandmother. I'm involved, and I saw her as she performed her duties.
Oh, you saw her actually perform?
Well, I saw certain aspects of it. Sometimes a patient would come to the house, and she would tend to them and give them certain should I say certain? She would perform certain tasks of medical procedures.
Okay. Well, that should have been interesting to you. About how old were you?
Oh, as early as I can remember, I think I was about 6 or 7. At that time, I didn't really know what was going on, and most of the time, during that time, when I did show up, she would always push me aside and say, "Boy, get out of here." Or she would consider me to be mannish or things like that. But then as I got older, I began to realize actually what she was doing. And she was performing midwife, but she was examining patients, I was saying earlier. Patients would come for prenatal care, and at that time there was very little prenatal care. But she served as a nurse, doctor, practitioner, basically all of it at that time.
She served in a variety of capacities.
Yes. Not only that, she was unusual as of most midwives, because she not only did she come and visit her patients, she came and stayed overnight.
She did.
And she came and even washed clothes for them and took care of the house. I mean, she practically took over the household. That's why she was known as Mama Jane, because of her kindness and different. Matter of fact, the other nurses or midwives used to call her crazy because she went the extra mile to help people, but that was just her nature.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mama Janie.
Mama Janie.
That's a great title,
Yes,
Mama
indeed.
Janie. Well, in what community and or county did she live?
She lived in Claiborne County. She lived in Claiborne County.
In Claiborne County.
I think she might have performed. She might have lived with David in Jefferson County, but she lived in Claiborne County, yes.
Okay.
Yvonne.
Well, what was the community, she's fine, what was the community and or county like? Were there, for instance, racial relations?
Yes, there was quite a few racial relationships, racial tensions. We lived in the Pine Grove community. Even though I was sheltered from most of the racial tension that was going on at the time, it was right after the civil rights, towards the end of it, but I'm pretty sure she experienced most of it because she used to tell me stories, because being a midwife in this type of environment, surely there was racism against her because she couldn't practice in hospitals, so she had to go to houses, and she used horse and buggy, and she didn't have automobiles at that time.
Did she drive the horse and buggies, or how was that?
She drove sometimes, and other times her husband did, but most of the time she did, or got
She
someone
did?
to do.
Okay. She mostly had someone to accommodate her.
Or even the patients would pick her up and bring them to the house. Most of the time that happened, but there were times when she did travel in that way. But yes, that was a racial tension. I'm not aware of any specifically, but I know she experienced some because that was the tension during that time.
Okay. You are aware of that?
Yeah,
that there was
I'm aware
because of the tension.
Yeah.
during
Plus,
that
I've
time.
heard stories. I don't want to get ahead, but there was one particular incident where she was affected. She had put in for a sweepstakes, and she was selected to be a winner of a house. And once they notified her that she was the winner, once they found out that she was black, they sent her a letter and told her that it wasn't qualified because of black, because she was black.
Oh my
So that
goodness.
affected her. That was a distinct example of racism,
Why?
because she had won the house and she was very excited and happy about it, and all the hopes were dashed
Because she was black. So actually, did the statement actually say because she was
yes,
black?
the statement actually said
She
that
was
blacks weren't
denied.
eligible.
Oh my goodness, she wasn't eligible.
She
Isn't
had a
that
copy, but
something?
that's exactly what happened. I was told that by my brother, older brother, because I wasn't aware of it. He told me about that. That kind of, even hearing it now, kind of disheartened me.
It hurts, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
it does.
My goodness.
But yes, racism was very rampant at that time. Prejudices and racism. Everybody was, you stay in your place and I stay in my place. So
Yeah.
everybody was segregated.
Yes. That is really
Oh,
something.
man, please.
Well, what was the granny midwife's name who caused the babies in the community?
Her name was Jannie Clara Breckenridge.
Clara,
Yes, Jannie Clara Breckenridge.
Breckenridge.
Yes.
Okay. Mama Janie.
Yes, Mama Jannie.
And she was a member of your family. So about how old was she during this time?
During the time, my earliest recollection, she had to have been about, I'd say maybe 50, 54, 55, something like that, if I could put it in perspective during that time.
54, 55. And
She was my grandmother.
your grandmother. Well, did she catch babies beyond your family?
Yes, she did. As a matter of fact, she delivered cupcake. No,
Okay, it's fine.
okay, I'll leave that alone.
I'm accustomed to my granddaughter.
Okay. Yes, she did. She delivered all of our family members, which was 12, and she delivered my other daughter's kids, which were 9 or 10, and other than that, she delivered most babies in the community, in the general overall community next door in the environment.
Okay. So she was a community
Okay.
midwife. She was it's fine, a community
No.
midwife.
Yes, she was.
And your first daughter, did you say your first daughter's children?
Her daughter,
Her daughters?
Her daughter.
Okay.
my aunt.
Okay.
She had 2 children, and she delivered all of their children.
Okay. That's really great. So do you know approximately how many babies overall your family as well as outside of the family she delivered?
Yes, it's been recorded or said that she delivered 1,500 babies.
My goodness, 1,500
Yes,
babies.
Yes, indeed.
So did she deliver the babies in her home as well as outside of the home, or just outside of the home?
Some would come to her house and to be delivered, but most, both in both ways.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Her house and outside.
Yeah.
Okay. She was quite busy.
Oh yeah, she was always busy. She was always on the go. Matter of fact, I would see her periodically. By the time I would wonder where Mama Jane is, she would show up because the goodies began to.
Yes.
They weren't there anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Where's Mama Jane and where's Mama Jane?
Yeah, where's Mama Jane? Well, I'm thinking, based on hearing you talk, that she probably was like, along with the drivers, on call.
Yes.
Like a doctor would be on call.
Exactly.
Day, night, anytime.
Anytime. She was always on call.
Okay.
As stated, there wasn't a specific time, and even she provided the prenatal care at that time. Sometimes there were false alarms or all of those type of things. So she spent a whole lot of time away from home. That's when she went with family. She stayed with them. She had an extra amount of care. She didn't just come and look. She would stay and clean up and wash and do other menial tasks during that time period. So yeah, she was always on call.
Okay, stayed and cleaned up. That is really wonderful. Well, did she catch both black and white babies? To your knowledge?
To my knowledge, I think most of it was black
Okay.
because of the environment.
I'm just thinking 1,500
Yes,
babies.
indeed. That's astronomical at that time.
Exactly. Astronomical.
Definitely extraordinary.
That's right.
I can't imagine 15.
15, right. 1,500.
1,500. That's the number that was quoted. 1,500.
1,500.
Yes.
Well, why did she catch babies outside of the medical clinics and hospitals?
Well, because most of her clients live in rural environments and were either poor and couldn't afford hospital delivery or wasn't allowed to.
Okay. When you say they weren't allowed to, what does that mean?
That means that because of segregation, it was only the white allowed to deliver babies in hospitals because that was the purpose of midwife in the first place.
Okay.
Because blacks were denied access to hospital and care, prenatal care, as well as delivery.
Okay.
So that was a basic. That's why.
Well, do you know where she obtained her skills?
Yes. Let me see.
Take your time. You've already answered.
All the questions.
The next question is coming up, 9 and 10, about the racism.
Yeah, I want to give you that number. Cupcake, please go.
Cupcake is fine.
Okay, I'm not.
Cupcake must be bothering you.
She is.
Okay.
She is. She bothers everybody because when she does that, people come and she instead of people
She's
be
just
afraid.
friendly.
Yeah, she is friendly. Just when I hand that up.
She's happy to see the company. I understand.
That's what I definitely got to find that place because it's.
Well, as you're looking for that,
Okay,
you'll probably come across it.
Okay.
Did she talk about any of the medical doctors and or nurses who were practicing discrimination? Did she ever share anything like that within the family, to your knowledge?
Yes, she mostly spoke of her right-hand man, which was Dr. Seacrease, which was a doctor, the only doctor in the area at that time, and she practiced under him, and he really, I wouldn't say she reported to him, but that was, she often spoke fondly of him because he helped her with a whole lot of situations. So that was, she didn't speak of any other one. That was another Miss Willie Alfred and Miss Melissa Banks. Those were other doctors, other midwives during that time. So she spoke of those periodically.
Well, did she speak highly of them or negatively of
She
them?
spoke highly of them.
Did she speak negatively of any of the personnel?
No, she never did have anything negative to say about about the personnel. It seemed like she had a good relationship with most people. She was very loved, and she didn't have an unkind word to say about anything. But anyone. However, there were times when she would be upset about certain situations when she had problems with delivery or things like that.
Okay. Well, did the medical doctors prevent mothers from having children at the hospital?
Yes, to my knowledge, they did. Because, as I said, because of segregation, blacks weren't allowed in hospitals. So yes, that would be yes, they did.
Okay. So the blacks were just not allowed?
Just not allowed. Just not allowed. Not allowed.
And you said you were about how old during all of this?
I was born in 58, and so I knew her from those years until, I'd say, till late 70s or 80s. I knew her most of my growing years and early adult life. However, when I finished, of course, I left home, but I came back from time to time, and she was still practicing at that time.
Okay. Do you know if she had a certificate?
Yes, she did.
Do you have it?
No, I don't. It might be with her artifact,
With the other artifact.
but she was certified at
Okay.
that time.
So she was certified by what county?
I'm pretty sure Claiborne County,
Claiborne County.
but I have done some research or have heard that she had to stop practicing medicine because of the laws changed during the end times, that she had to be like certified or nurse or have a nurse certificate. There were more requirements as time passed.
Okay.
But during the early years, those weren't the requirements. She was certified.
Okay. And during the time that the requirements came along, was she a granny midwife?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. I was in the latter years of practice, but yes, she was. There were new regulations and new restrictions.
Well, there's a large body, I was asking because there's a large body of research that talks about the Mississippi Granny Midwife and how she was forced into retirement with a retirement ceremony and badge.
Well, that's basically my understanding of what happened with her. She was forced into retirement because of the changes that were brought upon during that time.
Okay.
That, along with it's time for her. She had practiced, but basically she would have done it forever because she loved it.